any global item that TikTok and all their brands of different names, but it's really TikTok, the global shipping items, what they're doing right now is they're getting ready in general for the sale, which means they're pushing out lives that are not shop lives because they do not want people to get tired of shopping because they want people to shop like crazy.
Welcome to Brands Meet Creators, the channel where we help content creators grow and succeed and connect with brands. On our channel, you will find interviews with top creators and TikTok Shop affiliates, and you will learn tips and tutorials on how to grow and succeed as a content creator. Whether you're a new creator or you've been doing this a long time and you just want to learn more, I'm excited to have you here, so let's dive into today's video.
It is so good to see y'all. We have a lot to talk about today, including it is Q4. Okay, so if you're trying to figure out Q4 is in fourth quarter, as in like the quarter that is in retail, and by the way, we're all in retail, is the quarter. Okay. It's time to start thinking about what products you're going to be focusing on. And especially because we're doing lives. Yes, I know that TikTok allows us to put 100 things inside of a live, but you really don't want to be doing that. Okay. You do not want to be doing that. And if you're going exactly, Rena, Christmas, if you're going to be up there talking about different products, really the easiest thing I've found to do is become an expert in some, not a jack of many. Okay. Now, I know there's going to be some areas where this is different. Like if you're selling, for example, clothes, you're going to be constantly doing that's a little different. But for most of us, we aren't. So I want to challenge y'all to really focus in on picking 4 items or less. Now, sometimes we pick items, we pick them on, oh, this item would be really cool or whatever it might be. Let me give you the criteria. This is what I used when I was choosing mine. Make sure it's holiday friendly, something that people would want to buy for the holidays. If it's like a car tire, probably not something that people are going to want. You get me, y'all? So make sure it's something that people are like, oh, I want to give that as a gift. You can see them giving it as a gift, which means that it doesn't necessarily need to be super specific, but also something people can imagine giving to someone. Okay. And maybe it's something that people wouldn't normally buy, but because it's for a gift, they're going to splurge on it. Second thing, please, high commissions. Your time is valuable. Unlike doing a video where you could spend, I don't know, some of you spend 5 minutes. I don't know how you do that. I'm very impressed. Some of you spend hours creating a video, but then you're done and you're like, okay, I've birthed this thing, and you put it off into TikTok and you let it grow. So if it even has a low commission, but you're selling a lot of them, you're like, well, that's cool because you know what? I did it once. When you go live, you're going live repeatedly. That is your time every time. So I would encourage you to pick something that has a high commission. Does that sound fair, everyone? So that what is high commission? It's what it means to you. 10 cents is not a high commission. Okay. I always go back to 10 cents because the first item that, if you want to think of like went viral, I put that in air quotes, that I did as a video and it still sells to this day, I get 10 cents on it. I just like look at it and I'm like 10 cents. Okay, great. Can you imagine if I went live with that? That would take a lot of time. So when I say high commission, I'm saying let's make sure it's at least $3. Okay, at least. If it's $5, $8, amazing. Y'all, those high ticket items, yes, they take more time to sell, but I'm going to tell you right now, when you start selling them, it feels really good when you're like, I'm getting $8, $10, $15, $20. So lean into that. You just want to be an expert of it. Okay. Also, and yes, I see neck massagers. Those are going to be great this Q4. Massagers of feet, neck, whatever it might be, go for it. Okay. The other thing you want to talk about is like, can you actually talk about this? Do you actually want to talk about it? I keep going back to trying to do that stinking mop. I get so bored talking about a steam mop, y'all. It's a great seller, but I'm like, I can't. I'll do it once in a while when I actually have to clean my room. But y'all, and what I mean is like, could you talk about it with a girlfriend or whatever friend that you haven't seen in a long time? And next thing you know, you're sitting there talking about it, you're drinking wine or whatever you drink. And all of a sudden you hear the roosters crowing because it's morning time. You want it to be something that you can definitely talk about it with over and over again, and you enjoy it. And the last thing is, and by the way, you might not know that to actually do it. So that's okay. That's why we're also choosing multiple things. The other thing is, does it lend itself to demonstration? Because when you're demonstrating and you're doing something, not only does that catch the eye of people, but it also gives you something to do. It lets the time go quickly and you're able to like bring it to life. Okay. So that's the criteria. All right. I say 4 items because we don't know what TikTok's going to do. And inventory has been funny lately. So like if it sells out and that was your item, you picked one item, what are you going to do next? You're going to be flailing. Secondly, when you pick 4 items, if you're rotating through those, TikTok knows, okay, I'm going to send people to them for this item. Okay. And then also you can become an expert on something when we're talking about 4 items. Does that mean you won't put like the viral the viral Miyoki holiday mug in your car in your show, you can still put other things in your showcase, but you're just not going to talk about those. You're going to talk about four things, and those are going to be your things.
If you are a content creator and you want to connect with other successful TikTok shop creators, then we want to invite you to our TikTok shop affiliate Accelerator. This is a free group with online courses, coaching calls, a private community, and access to brand collaborations for ongoing consistent income. We have so much we want to give you, and it is completely free, and all you have to do is sign up using the link.
I want to give you, because it is Q4 and I've been hearing people say, what are the Q4 items? Do y'all know that we have a big sale coming up in like a few days? If Amazon goes there, TikTok's going there too, and we'll probably undercut them and start the sale. A couple things I want you to know. When you're going live this week, keep going live, but you might find it a little bit frustrating. Today, I was like, this is frustrating, but I went live anyway. Why? Because a couple things. Any global item that TikTok and all their brands of different names, but it's really TikTok, the global shipping items, what they're doing right now is they're getting ready in general for the sale, which means they're pushing out lives that are not shop lives because they do not want people to get tired of shopping because they want people to shop like crazy coming up on the 8th and the 9th. That's correct. Okay. And it probably they usually go, surprise, we're starting it early because that's what they typically do. That's what they did last time. So this weekend, you're going to see a lot of things that prices have been raised. The global shipping prices, they're all going to pop down. The price is going to lower. And you're going to see that they're going to push out your lives in a big way. How many of you are using product placement in your lives or your videos? What do I mean by product placement? What I mean, and especially when you're thinking about your four items, I mean, for example, when I'm live, like I was earlier with my Christmas tree in the background, I made sure you could see a pillow that I'm also selling later on. I mean, wearing these Christmas pajamas that I'm going to show off later, even though I was selling headphones. Okay. I want y'all to think about making sure that your setup has something in it that you're planning on selling later. One of your hero products or four items would be great to have in there. Okay. So always think, what can you do to get people interested? You'll find people might ask about it, but which is awesome, or when you're on in a moment in time, they're like ready for it. They've primed on it. Love it. Law does this all the time. It works so well. You're watching a movie and you're like, oh, look at that Movado watch. And then you want one. Why? Because of product placement. So I want you to think about, you're doing the same thing. When you think about what you have, what you're showing, what you're wearing, make sure it's something, if it's wearable, if you can, make sure it's something that you do that is something you're planning on selling. Okay. Do I tag the extra products? Sometimes sometimes I don't. If someone asks about it, I'm like, oh, let me put it in my showcase, and I'll put it right there and I'll put it at the bottom for them. Okay. I wouldn't pin it, but I will put it in there for them. It works. All right, y'all. Also, we just want you to know how much we appreciate you so much. Y'all are amazing. Remember, you're not ahead, you're not behind, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So congrats to everyone. Let's make this Q4 amazing. And I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.